right? There's some inner tension going on with the New York Football Jets right now. Now, there is such thing as good fighting and bad fighting. It was Hawker, right? Danny Hawker. He said he loved the Pittsburgh Steelers fight earlier today. It was actually yesterday. They loved that fight. We're going to talk about that fight, but that was a good fight. This fight between Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson is a bad fight. This fighting between Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson for the New York Football Jets is inner fighting. It's not brotherly love. It is basically saying, hey, do your job. I am doing my job. F you, F you. Of course, you're going to downplay it. Of course, you're going to be like, you guys are blowing too much into it. No. As a football coach, as a football player, we have seen this time and time again. We have seen this time and time again. When a quarterback expects something to be done this way, a veteran, a guy that's been crafting this offensive of scheme for many, many years, and then a new guy's like, nah, this is not the way. This is the way I do it. Do you guys remember, I don't know, what was like early 2004, 2006 maybe, ESPN had a thing called, it was actually called Pizza, had a thing called New School versus Old School. This was when Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith started the debate show thing. It started out like at 1st and 10, I think it was, and then it went into New School versus Old School, and then of course it evolved into first take and Undisputed and whatever, right? Basically, this is what we're seeing in New York right now. We're seeing old school Aaron Rodgers expecting it to be done this way. We are seeing new school Garrett Wilson like, nah, we doing it this way, right? This is going to cause controversy down the road. Just like Stephen A. and Skip Bayless eventually broke up. Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp broke up. New school versus old school. This is going to cause a rift in the New York Jets locker room. Now, is it going to show his very head right off the bat? Absolutely not. It will not show his very head right off the bat. But you lose 2 games in a row early. You lose 3 games in a row early. Finger pointing is going to start happening. Aaron Rodgers is going to get a microphone in his face. He's going to spew the wrong thing. Garrett Wilson is going to get pissed off. Bada bing, bada boom. Who do you cut at that point? Do you cut a future Hall of Famer, potentially the greatest quarterback of all time, or a receiver that's still up and coming in as well, not even in his prime yet? The point of the matter is, guys, Garrett Wilson, I'm pointing the blame to you. Garrett Wilson, this inner fighting between you and Aaron Rodgers, I'm pointing the finger at you. I'm pointing the finger at that generation in general. I coach 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. None of them have ever admitted they are wrong. None of them have ever said, you know what, my bad. We're seeing this in Garrett Wilson right now. Aaron Rodgers wants you to run the route this way or this way, right? Hey, when you see this, I want you to do this. No, man, I do it this way. Not like, okay, let's compromise, let's work it out. And if you see the video, you see in Aaron Rodgers' face, he is clearly frustrated. And like, he's like, haha, you know what, man? I got you, right? And Garrett was like, nah, fuck you, dog, right? It is totally different. This is going to cause a big rift in the New York Jets moving forward.